Hi, this is Janie with Paper Compulsions, and I was going to show you how to put together the little pocket that I have for this card. This one I've put a pocket watch in there. I also have the cut files for the pocket watch. You could use it as just a pocket watch, or you could put a card liner on this side and use it as a card, or you could put an extra spot on it and use it as a card. But today I'm just going to show the pocket. In the cut files I have pockets that do not have the stitch marks, so that you can just use it as a pocket, or I have pockets with the stitch marks included. And what I do is take embroidery floss. I'm using 6 strands here, and I take a piece of tape and attach it to the end. Put that on the inside of my card, and then I'm just going to stitch going up and back down. And I don't do a back stitch here. You could if you wanted to. And then I'll come back up and go down, and I will go ahead and do that all the way around, and I'll show you when I'm through. One more thing, I like to start in one of the top corners. It doesn't really matter where you start, but when you get down to the very point, the V in the front, I like to go ahead and make 2 stitches. You can see here, I made the stitch there, and then I came up in this hole and went back down, and then came back over to this hole. So I'm going to come up here, go down to the very end, the point on the very end. Whoops. Then I'm going to come back up this hole over here. Let me get it in there and I'll show you. I'm going to come up in that hole and go back down to the point, just because I've tried several different ways and that's just what looked best for the pocket. And then I'll come back over here and go up and down and continue going all the way around the card. Okay, I've almost got it done, but I wanted to show one more thing. I mentioned a while ago that if you wanted to, you could do a back stitch, and then it dawned on me you might not know what a back stitch is. In a back stitch, you would come up the whole, one hole, and come around to that hole, and then come up the next hole, whoops, there, and go back to that first hole. And you would get a continuous line of stitches. But I'm not doing that, I'm just skipping every other one, going up and down, so that you get a stitch, a break, a stitch, a break, and so on. So, if you make a mistake, you can just lift it up out of the hole with your needle, like that, and then carry on. Also with embroidery floss, it's handy to have a little needle threader. This is one I got from Cross Stitch years ago, and it helps you to grab all those strands at once, because with embroidery floss I'm using 6 strands right now, so it's hard to get all of them in there at once if you don't have a needle threader. And just bring it down, and then I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to cut the string and then just put another piece of tape there. You could glue it, you could tie it, you could fasten it off, but it's easiest just to put tape there. It's not going to hurt anything. Then get your scoreboard, and you're going to score 1/2 inch away from each of these tabs. 1/2 inch from each of these tabs. So I'm going to put that tab flush, and I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. If you change the size of the pockets, then that measurement will change, but I have a little bump there that shows you where that tag starts and stops. If you can see, there's just it goes down just a little bit from the front of the pocket to this tab so that you can see where to put your score line. And then I'm just going to turn it and score. And I was not watching what I was doing. Turn it, score, turn it, and score. Now you're going to fold the tabs in. And you could crease the tabs with your bone folder and make a good crease, but since you're going to have it, if you're going to use it as a pocket and have something go in it, you want there to be you don't want it to be completely flat to the card and completely flush with the card. You want there to be a little bit of room so that you can fit things in it easily. So I don't worry about creasing those corners. Then I go ahead and take a little bit of glue and put a dot of glue at the tip right there where this tab folds over. And I'll hold that, and you can even clip it while you're doing the others. And then I'm going to put a dot of glue where that tab folds over to this one. Just there, and fold it, and hold it. Glue, and fold it and hold it. And here you have your pocket all set. And then I put glue on these tabs. Just run a line of glue on the tabs. And position it on my card. And here I have a card. Let me see which way opens. Okay. There's my card. Oops, left one part out. On this one, I put it straight on the card, but on this one, since my pattern is the same, I'm going to put a black shadow layer. And just position it on this layer. Let me pick it up to get it straight. And I'll have some glue showing. See if I can wipe a little of the excess off. And then I can put a lot of glue or adhesive, whatever I like, on this part and glue this part down to the card. And I just thought that broke up my shadows a little more. I mean my patterns. What I have learned from experience is that if you put the card too high up, whatever you put in your pocket, if you put the pocket too high up, whatever you put inside the pocket may hang over the top. So I usually try to look at it and see before I glue the pocket down so that I don't have something sticking out the top of the card if I don't want it to be that way. And I have another pocket watch that just fits in there. If you have the, if you're doing the pocket watch files and using the pocket, if you resize one of them, you need to resize the other because they're set for the small pocket watch to go into this pocket. Like that. So that's it. You can email me at papercompulsions@gmail.com if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Bye.